Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Fight from Hollow, aka 13, and I've recently seen a clip from the documentary You Get What You Deserve from Sodom, and it was a comment from Andy Brinks, or to say it the correct way, Andy Brinks. And I'm gonna show the clip right now for you.
Heute ist ja auch alles gleich, jedes Snare klingt gleich, alles ist gleich laut, alles ist gleich künstlich und fürchterlich. Also ich hasse Heavy Metal. Ich hasse Heavy Metal heutzutage. Wirklich, das ist das glatteste, langweiligste, was es gibt.
So what Andy said, basically, for everyone who doesn't speak German, basically said that he kind of like hates modern heavy metal and that it all sounds like straightened and ironed out and kind of like boring. And I've been thinking about the state of metal for quite some time right now, and I gotta say, I kind of agree with him. I feel like nowadays there's a lot of metal that to me sounds more like pop music really than metal. It really baffles me that people enjoy this type of stuff, but there are some bands out there where I'm really like, the only thing that really differentiates them from a pop band is that they have a couple dudes with long hairs and guitars, and that's really all that is. I really don't understand like where this is coming from, and I really miss this I don't give a fuck attitude in metal. I mean, you see it in the underground a lot. Like there are a lot of great underground bands that really still trying to keep this metal spirit alive, but there's so much stuff out there where you're like, what the fuck is this? And I've been accused a couple times of just being like a bitter musician that is just unsuccessful and is kind of like jealous, you know, of those bands. But just making this argument of, yeah, you're just jealous because you're not successful enough. Like, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, I would never even have the idea of like showing up to the next band rehearsal and being like, all right, guys, maybe we should just start putting some more cheesy melodies into our songs. Maybe we should slow them down a little bit. Maybe we should just play this chorus 4 fucking times so that it really sticks to people, because that apparently is what makes good music. No, it's not. I'm gonna make music because I want to make music. I'm not making music because I want to make music for somebody else. You know, to me, it's just the greatest thing ever. Like if I'm sitting down with my guitar and I'm just gonna play some riff and I'm gonna imagine how it could sound like with drums, I'm gonna be like, that's just the greatest thing ever, and nobody's gonna prevent me from experiencing this and doing this. Just yesterday, I watched a documentary about Al Jurgensen from Ministry, and he said he had a first album that he made with a label, with a label was completely label dictated. Like they told him what a sound should be like, what a song should be like, what he should look like, how he should sing, and he said it was the worst thing that he ever made. I'm like, yeah, obviously. I would totally hate if somebody would tell me what type of fucking music I should make. I would rather be sticking to the music that I enjoy making instead of, you know, getting maybe $2 from Spotify because I now make something that is more mainstream, right? I would just not, I just couldn't do that. I would betray myself, and I feel like there are a lot of people out there that just don't get that. There's a good song to finish this, more of a electronical artist called Hyper. He has a song that is called Fucked. What it says basically is, if you're trying to make music for the crowd instead of yourself, you're fucked. And that's really it. I don't really know where I was going with this. It was kind of like a little bit of a rant. Yeah, if you're a musician and you've ever been accused of being a jealous, unsuccessful musician by somebody else, write it down in the comments. I'm gladly reading your stories or whatever. If you think that I'm maybe I'm wrong, right? I'm an old fart right now. I'm turning 37 in a couple of weeks, and maybe I just don't get it anymore. Maybe my thinking is so old school, and maybe nowadays everything has to be financially successful to be worth doing, and there's no thing such as like doing music because you enjoy doing it. You can write it down, and if you watched the video so far and you're still around, if you really like thrash metal, maybe check out my band Hollow, check out our album Soul Killer. And yeah, other than that, I don't really have anything else to say. Well, thrash till death, and have a nice day.